Mix here on 88.
Hi, this is Mark Raven, a news and traffic reporter in the United States, and my day can't start properly unless I'm listening to Stu and Victoria every morning right here on Seabreeze FM.
Pickup truck. It was 10:30 when you came around. I had my 10-speed bike and my bags on the ground. That night we snuck out late, running you were dashboard, drumming with the radio blasting our worries away. A little air guitar under the northern stars. It was amazing. That's a little made us laugh so hard. It was good. It was fun, and I really
Welcome back, everybody, to International Connection. You were just listening to Chelsea Cricht. She is Canadian, and Stu and I are going to have the opportunity to interview her next Friday on International Connection when we do our long sort of interview format. So we'll have the opportunity to hear all about her music, what she's got going on in Canada, and much, much more. And Stu, you're right. I saw a picture of Chelsea on your Seabreeze page, and she is gorgeous.
Isn't she?
My
Beautiful.
goodness. Yeah, she's very, very, very beautiful. So I'm looking forward to talking to her. So if you are joining us for the first time, of course, this is International Connection, where Stu and I provide you with the top stories of the day from around the world, and also some local stories from New Zealand, because that's where Stu Frith is based out of. And we want to make sure that we kind of get you up to speed on the news and what's taking place there in your community. So we still have some more news to talk about. And, of course, Stu, we're talking about Canada again. This has sort of been the Canadian theme show today here on International Connection. But a Canadian town has a well of a problem. A 60-ton well is rotting on the shore of Canada's east coast, and town folks are worried it will burst open. So right now, it apparently, Stu, is stinking up the town. The well carcass is one of 3 that have washed ashore on this coastline. Town people are worried the smell will drive away tourists. Wildlife and fishery officials are meeting to deal with this problem. Stu, I know you said that you haven't had a chance to actually see what this well looks like, but if you get a chance, take a look at it. We also posted it on your Seabreeze page as well as our Twitter account. And Stu, this well is enormous. So I guess what they're concerned about are these sort of gases, that will be released as this well rots, and that it's actually going to explode. So I'm really interested in following that story myself, because I really want to see what wildlife and fishery are going to do, because this well, it's just enormous.
Can they not get diggers to it? Machinery to it?
Listen, I have no clue. I just follow the news and read the stories. I don't know what they're going to do with this thing, but I'm telling you, you've got to take a look at this picture and see the magnitude of this. And then I think you really get to sort of see in your head what the problem is. And people say that live in this town that you can smell the stench of this from miles and miles away. And one of their main industries there is tourism. So I guarantee you more tourists are going to come to the town, because everybody's going to want to take a look and take pictures by this rotting well, because I would love to see it myself. Oh, my God, I would so go there and see that. Yeah, it would be interesting to see.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it was in New Zealand, you wouldn't see it at all. It'd be buried by now. We've had pods and pods of whales.
Really?
Yeah, beach themselves, and we don't muck around. We get down there with diggers, and they dig graves, and the Maori go down there and do their thing. They would all be buried. There's no mucking around. There's no stench, nothing like that. It's all clean.
Even a well that size.
Well, I don't know
this thing is enormous.
I don't know how big the whale is, but if it's that big, you must find the jaw bone would be taken out of it for a museum, and there'd be samples taken for scientific reasons. Yep. I would think, obviously, but yeah. It wouldn't be left laying there to rot and stink. That's for real. Everything would be done, and it would all be cleaned up by now. It'd all be done, all over done.
Well, I also think if that were the case in America, it would it probably would be halfway done, or at least by now someone would have been out there working on this thing. But it's still there, as we talk, and I guess they're still trying to figure out a decision to make in order to get rid of this. So back here in America, in New Jersey, this story is the talks today of social media. Over 50 students are arrested for trashing their school, urinating and peeing in the hallways, flipping desks over, and they put grease on doorknobs. The students broke into the school and did this as a part of a senior prank, but the joke is on them because all of them are looking at charges at this time from police. School officials say the mess was all cleaned up by the time school had opened in the morning or the next day, and of course it cost the school thousands of dollars to clean up this mess. When you hear stories like that, the only thing that comes to my mind is what in the world were these kids thinking? To pee in the hallways and to flip the desk over, and that's a school that these kids go to, they have to go there and sit in these classrooms and walk down the hallways. I mean, hopefully, the school will actually make them pay for that. I think they should have to pay for that cleanup. Don't you?
Definitely. Yep. And what they should have done before they even cleaned it up, they should have got all those students and made them go and sit in the hall.
In the pee.
Yep. No, you want to be stupid, we can just be stupid too. Sit down there in your pee. You pee that, so, Don't you think?
Well, I tell you what. If in fact that's what the school decided to do, I guarantee you these kids would never do something like that again. But I think that they would probably complain if they had to sit in the pee. Although it was them who actually peed in the hallways and put the Vaseline on the doorknobs as well. But it's one of those things where right now it's prom season, so most seniors, they're having fun at their proms and looking beautiful in dresses, and these knuckleheads are breaking into the school, flipping desks over and peeing all over the place. It's disgusting.
Yeah, what are students of that age doing with Vaseline anyway?
Well, you do have a point there. Hey, listen, we don't want to change the subject to safe sex for students. Well, it does kind of make you think why they all had Vaseline. But anyway, so everybody's been talking about that on social networking and sort of weighing in on their opinion as a result of that. Some stories, Stu Frith, I just think I should not say on International Connection because you just can't handle it. I just think, and that is just one of those stories.
I'm sorry.
But
I apologize.
No, that's okay. I expect these things from you. I expect them. But switching to sort of a different subject now, in Nigeria, over 200 girls are missing after they were kidnapped and abducted from their school and taken by a Islamic militant group. Apparently, the girls are being sold for $12 and forced to marry their captors. So, Nigerian officials and especially women within the Nigerian community are outraged at this, and it's sort of it was kind of a small story, I think, a couple of days ago, but now more and more networks and people are following it, saying somebody needs to try to go back. That's 200 girls that were basically taken from a school. So we're going to continue to follow that story as well. So we've got one more story right now before we actually have to go to a break, but our American and New Zealand story today comes from the New Zealand Embassy, Stu, here in Washington, D.C. If, by the way, you're Kiwi, when you do come to D.C. to visit, make sure you visit your embassy. It's very, very beautiful, and it's just kind of cool to go in the embassy and see the people there that actually work for you. So I always tell people, no matter what country you're from, when you're in America, to visit your embassy because, they probably like it when folks from home come by and say hello to them. But anyway, so Stu, New Zealand embassy chef Nathan Bates won the winner of 3 Embassy Challenge Chef Awards. Is going to return to this competition this year. So this is a Embassy Challenge Chef competition. It's a big deal that takes place in D.C. They've got chefs from all of the embassies in Washington that come together to the Ronald Reagan and International Trade Center, and they all come, they bring, food, and then they get judged. So what was cool was that the New Zealand chef, Nathan Roberts, he actually won 3 times. So clearly, whatever food Nathan was cooking up was really, really good. But this year, on May the 15th, Nathan is actually going to be one of the judges at the competition. So there's a lot of information on the internet about that. And I believe tickets are $250. But think about it, you get to try food from all over the world from these top chefs. And I believe part of the proceeds to that will actually go to charity. So there. So Stu, when you come over here to visit Washington, of course, I will be taking you to the New Zealand Embassy. Maybe we can tie it in May, because I believe May is when they have this Embassy Chef Challenge. So we can get you to that event, because I know you like food and you can fill your stomach up with as much food as you want.
Is that right? That's cool. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make sure you get that all sorted, please, before I get there. Won't you? Hey?
And don't forget, you need the tux for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, too.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man, I tell you what, I won't need to eat when I come home, will I? It's going to be all happening over there, isn't it?